Guys, welcome back. I've got a little bit something different today. I was kind of cleaning up as you do when you're procrastinating doing anything worthwhile, and I came across this little bag of these kind of random project life cards. I'm not sure what they're there for. I can't remember why I put them all together. It doesn't matter. I decided before I put them away back into my stash, I might as well use them for this week's project life. So that's what I've grabbed out. That's what I'm working with. These are my photos. What I decided to do was just work out which cards I was going to use first. So I haven't pulled out anything else from my stash because I didn't really know what was in these cards. I just wanted to see how it kind of came together first before I went ahead and picked out any kind of embellishments to use. Now, first up, look at me pulling out the green card. Now, I know that I've got that craft in pink. What I really wanted to do was kind of not just head for my go-tos, you know, pinks and peaches and those kind of things. And there was that sort of heavy block of green at the top with the grass in Lily's photo. And so I decided to use that green card. It's got that perfect little spot for a title card. I still want to use the polka dot card. I know I've pulled that out a million times to use since I got it, and I never have. So today is the day I am going to use that. I did also pull out that pink, it looks like kind of notebook paper. I'm going to do my journaling on there, and I've got another little yellow kind of spotty card. So a whole range of colors, not really a particular sort of color scheme this time. And so what I did was just go through my stash. I didn't pull out a whole lot, to be honest. I grabbed some alphas, including these ones here that are just a little, I mean, I don't know that they're wood grain. They're not really craft, but they're in that sort of family. So they kind of work with the craft in that polka dot card. Just want to try to pull together some of these elements here. And at this point, all I've grabbed out is a few sort of random alphas from my stash. Most of these are all super old ones. I also pulled out this little half sheet of labels. Now, I created those myself when I was doing some stamp organizing. Actually, I used them on the dividers for my stamp organization. I had these ones left. They were just on sticker paper, so I decided to use them this week. I do love me a label. These ones being adhesive are even better, and they've been sitting in my stash cart to use for a while. So today is the day. I decided to use a little pink one underneath the week title, and I have kind of offset it rather than having it centered because I kind of have an idea that the rest of my layout isn't going to be particularly kind of like symmetrical or centered or anything like that. So I'm going to keep this one off center just so that it kind of flows with the rest of the layout. And the only other embellishments that I've pulled out are these teeny tiny little puffy heart stickers. They were sent to me in some Happy Mail, so I have zero idea of the brand. I wish I did because I would buy a million more, but I'm going to use those up, and the rest of it I'm just going to kind of stamp my way through this layout, so it's going to be reasonably simple. Now, one of these 6x4 cards had that little half label currently sort of title on it. I decided to fussy cut that out and use it as an embellishment. I did go through the cards to see whether there were any other embellishments sort of that I could create out of them, and there weren't really. I have pulled another card down the bottom because I know I want to add a little bit of journaling about that particular photo. I'm going to do some kind of general journaling about the week, but that particular photo has a little story to it, so I wanted to add a bit more words down there, and that wasn't going to be particularly easy on that polka dot card. So I used another 3x4 card down there. It's a bit sort of plainer. It's got that kind of notebook look again to it, and I'll add some journaling onto there. Now I added another one of the label stickers, and the way that I cut those label stickers on my silhouette, they've got like a white border around them, and I didn't want that on this particular layout, so I am fussy cutting those with my scissors, but it is very, very simple. And on this particular photo, I am going to use a couple of stamps from the storytelling stamp set. That's a 6x8 stamp set from Citrus Twist. I use this one all the time. I just wanted to pull out a kind of random, currently general sort of stamp set, and this one seems to be my go-to lately, so that's what I have pulled out. I stamped one stamp onto that label, and then I really wanted to stamp the word dog on here. It just did not stand out in the white. It wouldn't have stood out in the black either. I had that kind of half and half problem when it came to stamping on this photo. So what I ended up doing was stamping in white, and I've just used a really light grey pen to draw around the outside of the stamp. So it's a little bit harder to see here. You'll see in the close-ups at the end, it actually made quite a considerable difference. I wasn't sure it was going to, but I kind of like how that turned out. Now I've gone away and done my journaling on my typewriter, like I said, on that kind of general pink journaling card, and also on this white one down here, which I have just stacked underneath my photo. I just drew a really light pencil line around my photo placement so that I knew not to sort of type over top of that, and then erase that before I stuck everything down. Now my coffee cup there gives me the perfect little place for stamping, so I have stamped the word this and added another one of those little puffy hearts. It's not really above the eye, but that's where it looks like. It's not replacing a dot or anything. That's just kind of where I put it. I'm actually going to end up adding to that later on, but for now it is what it is. I also have pulled out these Pink Fresh Studio, is that what they are? I think so, alphas, and happily enough, I had enough letters to write nom nom in all the same color, so I added that to the bottom of my pancake photo. It kind of had a nice placement for a sentiment at the bottom of that photo. But again, I've got that half and half. I've got black and white, so I wasn't going to be able to stamp on that. So it definitely had to be alphas, and that's what I've done. When I did my journaling on this pink card, there was a little bit of a space at the bottom. My typewriter doesn't do well sort of typing all the way to the bottom, so there was quite a large gap. I added one of the stamps from that same storytelling stamp set, but this time I stamped it like tone on tone, so it didn't take too much emphasis away from the actual journaling itself, and then added a couple more puffy stickers. Now I adhered my little photo down onto this yellow card. It's yellow with a black polka dot, so this stamping isn't like super duper clear. It kind of blends in with the black polka dots, but yeah, it works. It works for now. The stamp actually says my love, and I just partially inked it so that it says love, and then I added the word you next to it, and those two fit perfectly underneath that photo there. So again, very little planning, just accidentally worked out nicely. And on this 3x4 photo, I'm adding my third little label. This time I picked a yellow one to try and add a little bit more of that yellow in there since I've got the yellow card. I have been adding, well, I would call them orange, but they're not far off that yellow, the hearts, the puffy hearts, so I've added that in. Now this was the other set of puffy stickers that I decided I went and grabbed. I knew I had that, well, I knew I had something that said selfie love somewhere. I thought it was on this stamp set, but it actually wasn't. It's on this puffy sticker set. So that's why I pulled that out for that photo of Lil. And since I was adding those little puffy sticker sentiments, I decided to add a couple more. So I've added loving to this. So now it says loving this, and a green one. I had to add a little bit more green in there, so a green one onto my yellow card that says just go with it. Now my last card or photo here, I was going to stack a couple of stamps, and then I decided to add in another one of the puffy stickers just to give me a little bit of color. Yes, it annoys me that I've got 4 rather than 3, but it is what it is, and that means the layout's all done. This was kind of a random week, random cards and random embellishments, but I kind of like how it turned out. I love that there's no color scheme. I love the randomness of it. All in all, it was just a great week. Hey, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. If you want to keep watching, there are a couple more videos on screen. Otherwise, I'll see you again soon. Bye.